Okay, so we are well aware of Docker commit. In the previous video, we have gone through the theory, what actually is Docker commit, why it is used, when to use it, and what we use in production. In this video, we are going to do the practical hands-on on Docker commit, and that will be something that we are looking forward to, right? Let's get started. So for this specific demonstration, we are going to make use of Nginx because that will help us to clearly understand how does Docker commit works. So let's pull Docker image. So Docker pull Nginx. And since I'm not defining any tag, it will take latest tag by default. And secondly, since that image was not present in my local, it went to Docker Hub, it pulled that image, and now it is present in my system. Right now, here you can see there are multiple SHA values. Now what are these? Basically these are nothing but the layers, and finally you can see the digest value, and here you can see the SHA hash value for that specific Docker image. Now as I mentioned, in Docker, whenever we are dealing with images and container, we will be dealing with the layers, and these are the layer of the images. Now where does Docker store these images, these layers, right? So basically there is a path for that. Let me just turn it as a root user and let me just navigate you to that path, right? So cd slash where lib container d and then io dot container d context.v1 content, and inside that path we have blobs, and then inside that directory we have sha256. And if I clear the screen and if I do long list, you can see there are multiple layers which are present over here. Now how do I validate whether my image SHA is present over here or not? Let me run docker images, and here you can see the ID is present, and when I do long list I will pass grep, and we are here looking for this image, and here you can see the current date and the time and the SHA value of that image. So this is nothing but the layers that is been referenced by the images and the containers. So yeah, that was all about layer. Let us move forward with the main topic, that was Docker commit. Let me clear the screen and let me just go back, exit, and we will be executing the commands as a regular user. Now if I run docker images, you can see there is this image called Nginx. Now what I want to do is I will run this image and I want to turn it to a container. How do I do that? So basically we have something called docker run command. Now since it is a Nginx image, it is a service, I know this runs into background, so I will pass -d, and then I want to run it into port number 80. So I will need to do the port mapping. So I want to map the host port with the container port, and both are port number 80, and then I want to call this container as web app, and I will pass the name of the container, the image, that is Nginx. Now when I clear the screen and when I do docker ps, you can see the container is actually up and running by the name web app. It is mapped to host port 80 with the container port 80. What do I mean by port mapping? So basically we are mapping the container port with the host port. So whenever we are referring, whenever we are calling that specific service, it will respond to port number 80. Right? So how do I see the welcome page of Nginx? So basically, like, you can just open the browser, and on the browser you just paste the public IP, you will be able to see. However, in the console, if you want to verify, just write curl localhost, and here you can see the welcome message from Nginx has been displayed over here. But if I want to pass the IP specifically, how do I do it? Basically we have a docker inspect command which we have already made use of. So docker inspect web app, that is the container name, and here I want to use grep, and I am passing few options, that is case insensitivity, and I am looking for 4 lines after IP address, and here my IP address is present. And now when I do curl, you can see the welcome message from the Nginx container printed over here. Now the first thing for docker commit is already done, that is we created a container. Now what we are going to do, we are going to modify this page, so that we are modifying this page in such a way so the next time whenever we are referring that committed image, we will get the newest data, and that will prove how does docker commit works. So the container is currently up and running. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to modify the files. So what I will do, I will go inside that container. How will I go inside a container? So yes, basically we will run docker exec command. So docker exec -it because I want an interactive terminal space followed by the container name, that is web app, and then I want to have a shell. That's why which shell I'm referring to. You can either go with sh shell, but I want to go with bash shell. Enter. Right now I am inside the container. Okay, now where does Nginx store the index.html file that was just displayed over the screen? So it is stored in /user share Nginx HTML, and here we have the file called index.html. Okay, now if I just do a cat on index.html, you can see the welcome message is mentioned over here. Now what I will do, I will just do a vim over here and I will replace this entire thing, right? See, since it is Nginx container, vim is not present over here. What I will do, I will make use of basic commands that will replace the entire index.html file. So echo welcome to docker commit, and I want to replace the entire index.html file. Now when I do a cat on index.html, you can see the message is printed over here. Now let me go outside the container, and now when I do curl on the IP address that we just found out, let me just rerun the command. So I will make use of docker inspect to find out the IP address, and here it goes. So when I do curl, you can see welcome to docker commit is present over here. Now what does the theory says? So a docker commit is used when we want to save the snapshot of the current running container. Right now I have modified the file, and next time let's say whenever I am spinning up a container, I want these changes, but right now I don't have it handy. So what I will do, I will create a snapshot out of it. So what does the syntax says? So basically docker commit, and here I need to pass the container name. So that is web app, and now on which image do I want to store it? What should be the name of image? So here I will call as web app, and this will be a v2 image. I will pass the tag, enter. So from this running container, we just now created an image. Let me validate it. So when I run docker images, you can see web app v2 is present over here. Now what I will do, I will delete the entire container. I will delete the entire images that we were just using. Let me clear the screen, docker ps, and I will delete this container. So docker rm-f, I will delete web app. Web app is deleted. Now let me delete the base image through which that container was created. So docker rmi, and I will delete Nginx latest image. Now everything is clear. Now when I do docker ps, nothing is present, and when I do docker images, only one image should be present, and this is the image that we created to docker commit. Now let us run this image. So docker run -it. I want to do the port mapping, and this time I want to map the host port 8080 with the container port 80. So whenever I make a call on port number 8080, it should display the result. What do I call this container? So I will call new docker app, and I will pass the name of image. So what will happen if I just pass web app? This will throw an error because this time we are not dealing with latest image, we are dealing with a tagged image, and here it is v2. When I press enter, you can see the container is actually up and running. Why it is consuming my terminal? Because I didn't pass -d. Let me just terminate it, clear the screen, docker ps -a, and let me just start the container. Docker start. Okay, docker ps, and here you can see the container is up and running. Now let us run the curl and check whatever data was there in the previous Nginx image is been listed here or not. So let me just run inspect command. So docker inspect new docker app, and I'm looking for the IP address. So grep -ia and IP address. Here I have the IP, and now let me just run the curl. Here it is displaying the message as welcome to Docker commit clear. And now even if I want to run it as localhost, so localhost, what will happen if I just run curl localhost? It is saying failed to connect to localhost port 80 and couldn't connect to server. Why? Because the host port is mapped to contain to port number 8080. So I will need to pass it explicitly. And here you can see the message is present. All right, I hope you understand how does Docker commit works. So basically what we did, we pulled an image, we made the changes, we created a snapshot, we deleted entire thing, and then we created a container through that committed image. And then here you can see the reflected changes are present. So Docker commit is very handy when we are doing testing and debugging. However, please avoid this practice into the production. So whatever we have done so far is already documented into the repository, sub repository number 5, that will explain you what actually is a Docker commit, okay, and why to use it, okay. And here you will find the syntax. So whatever command we just executed is already documented here. Please go through the entire documentation. I personally have maintained it so that you can just go through it and learn from it. So whatever we did, so basically we pulled an Nginx image and then we ran a container with port number 80. Post that we updated the configuration file that was hosted by Nginx, and then we deleted the file. We committed the container and we got a new image that was web app v2. Then again we deleted entire stuff, and then finally we mapped it with port number 8080, which was the committed image that we created. And finally we can actually see the live result as a snapshot that was created from the previous container. And this is the visual flow. And finally we discussed in the starting about the storage part, where does the layers are being stored by Docker. This is the path basically which is present over here. Now at the end I have added few interview questions that will help you to understand what actually is Docker commit. So yeah, that was all in this video, and I will see you in the next one. So till then, keep learning and thank you very much.